All right, Nuggets Clippers game 1 is Saturday. A lot of great players in this series. D-line: Nikola Jokic, Kawhi Leonard, Jamal Murray, James Harden. We're going to count down and rank the 10 best players in this series, starting with number 10. And I think that's Kris Dunn, probably the worst starter in this series, but still a very important player. I mean, he's probably the lead matchup on Jamal Murray. He's going to probably pick him up full court a bunch. He's a great defender, one of the best perimeter defenders in this series. Kris Dunn, number 10, but still, he's going to have a big role to play.
Yeah, Kris Dunn is like he started off strong. Remember, he was a Summer League MVP.
Of course.
I like really thought a lot was going to be happening for Kris Dunn in his career. He's kind of bounced around, and it seems like he's finally really getting his footing. He's found a home here in Los Angeles. But I agree with you. I mean, not a knock against him. It's just that these are two starting lineups that are pretty stacked.
Yeah. He is arguably the best perimeter defender. I think he's going to be the go-to matchup on Jamal Murray. Do you think this is a matchup Jamal Murray should be worried about?
I don't think the matchup with Kris Dunn is for Jamal Murray to worry about. I mean, their best perimeter defender is Kawhi. Their best overall defender is Kawhi. I think that Jamal Murray is the type of player that can get over on Kris Dunn. We'll see, obviously. But it's not like an Anthony Edwards. Like, it's not like a guy that, and that's generally speaking what will cancel out Jamal as a guy that's just much bigger than he is.
What's interesting also is Kris Dunn, his minutes fluctuate. One night he can play 35 minutes, the next night he can play 18.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. Michael Porter Jr. is the 9th best player in this series. With a great series, he can rise way up this list. But just with the season he's had and how he's been trending, he's kind of like the only Nugget that doesn't feel like they're back to being themselves. Although he has had a couple good games here. How do you view MPJ in this series?
I think this is the most difficult guy to actually rank because he obviously has so much talent and can be an incredible difference maker. A lot of people, I think, will point to him as an X factor in this series. It feels low, but it also, like, I have a hard time arguing against it because of, how he's played coming in. But MPJ, I mean, obviously, let's never forget the Mike moment, the consciousnessless three.
Unconscious
No,
three?
what am I trying to say? Where he had no conscience about it. Just shot the three, made it. It was a massive moment in that bubble series against these very Clippers. So, I'm not counting him to stay in that place, but I do think it's right coming into it.
Yeah. The 7th best the 8th best player in this series is Ivica Zubac, in my opinion.
Tough.
There's so much talent, but Zubac has had a great year. He's like getting some all-NBA buzz, and he's solid. Statistically, he's the best one-on-one defender versus Nikola Jokic. He's strong. He's 7 foot. He also can probably understand what Jokic is saying a little bit, since they're both, from Balkanish countries or around the same region. It's going to be interesting. Do they guard Jokic one-on-one with him? Do they bring help? But it's going to be a battle all series, Jokic versus Zubac.
Yeah, really, I mean, I think a lot of what this series will come down to is how effective he can be on Nikola Jokic, whether or not they're able to just battle it one-on-one, or if they have to call in a Kawhi Leonard or, a Derrick Jones Jr. or another defender to sort of bracket Nikola Jokic in. I don't trust anybody to be able to contain Nikola Jokic, but I mean, the stats say, but I don't remember seeing Zubac and being nervous about it.
No. And I don't think Jokic really sees him in that light either. He's defended him well, but again, statistically, Rudy Gobert has defended him well before too. Next up is Christian Braun, who has become a better offensive player this series than I ever thought, or this season that I ever thought he would be. But this series is really going to be about his defense, I think. Can he provide any resistance against James Harden? Can he provide any resistance against Kawhi Leonard? And then on the other end of the floor, the Clippers are going to be leaving him open for three. There's going to be so much attention on Nikola Jokic, on Jamal Murray. Christian Braun is going to have to make the Clippers pay for leaving him open. So in terms of like tipping points in this series, how Christian Braun plays is going to be massive.
Christian Braun, very legitimately a most improved player candidate for this year. I mean, he won't win it, whatever, but
he's second and third on a lot of ballots.
He
though.
really took a step forward this year, like nobody else on this team. And he's filling obviously very big shoes in KCP for what he was able to do for the Denver Nuggets. I have a lot of confidence that he can actually exceed what KCP brought. I mean, like he's the number 6 guy, almost top 5 in the.
He's the number 7 guy.
7.
The number 6 best player in this series is Norman Powell, a guy who Jamal Murray called the X factor in this series. Norman Powell is averaging 21.8 points per game this season, pretty much 22. That's second on the Clippers, just behind James Harden, who's averaging 23. I feel like part of this is because Norman Powell has had some massive games against the Nuggets.
Yes.
He goes off against Denver.
He has absolutely gone off against Denver. Will he be Norman Powell? Will he be normal Powell?
That's the question.
We shall see. He's had a very not normal season.
Yeah.
He's been great this year. He's been shooting it, man.
The 5th best player in this series is Aaron Gordon, who, again, this is just a massive series for him. If you look at it from the standpoint of he's the Nuggets' best option to defend Kawhi Leonard. Part of the reason Denver brought him here was to defend Kawhi, and he's also going to be left open from 3. I think the 3-point shooting is real, but we're probably going to really find out in the playoffs. More pressure, and he's just going to have to knock some of those shots down.
Yeah, I expect big things from Aaron Gordon in this series. Really, I really think that he's going to be freed up quite a bit with all of the attention that Jokic is going to get, all of the attention that Jamal Murray is going to get. I think there'll be a lot of opportunity for him to get those back cuts, to hang out in the dunker spot, to get a lot of finale oops, and obviously to take advantage of living every little boy's dream of living inside of a basketball.
He does live there.
Gym.
Yeah.
Just shooting threes, man. We saw it earlier this season. It's tailed off a little bit, but I expect him to be able to light it up again.
Next up is James Harden, 4th best player in this series.
Dang.
Hall of Famer, obviously, has had some great moments this season. We all know he's been up and down, has had some hits and misses in the playoffs over the course of his career. James Harden still brings back some really bad memories as a Nuggets fan from his Houston Rockets days. I mean, that used to be the worst matchup in the NBA for Denver. I'm a little worried about playing James Harden in this series.
Brother, I hate James Harden's game. I hate it. It is the reason, it is the worst version of basketball where he is the most grifting player. He invented the grift. And he's been severely punished by the basketball gods, being set forth to have to wander the league for 40 years and have to just keep moving on from place to place. And he flames out in the playoffs. It's not that he's had up and downs. He's had terrible playoff runs. He is known, and probably, unless something dramatic happens this season, he'll be known as a playoff shrinker. He just falls apart in the playoffs. So I'm hoping that happens again, but I'm really not looking forward to
Sometimes it happens
grift.
later on in the playoffs.
Yes. I'm not looking forward to that grift, man.
It's a scary part about this matchup for sure. 3rd best player in this series is Jamal Murray.
Yep.
Who, I don't know if there's anybody who has more on the line from a Nuggets perspective in these playoffs than Jamal Murray, who can get himself back to 2023 levels, post-championship levels. If he ascends to playoff Murray, he can become a guy who you definitely have to get off of this summer if you're the new Nuggets GM, if he has a bad postseason. So it's all on the table. And this matchup where he's got to go against Kris Dunn, he's got to go against Kawhi Leonard, everybody's saying it is going to be a tough series for Jamal Murray from that respect. But as we've seen before, if Jamal Murray is Jamal Murray, no defender can really slow him down. He doesn't see any defender if he's in that mode.
I know. Well, unless it's a big defender, unless it's Anthony Edwards. Even when he's as hot as fire, he can't hang with guys like that. So you get a little bit nervous, but I mean, come on. You want to talk about the biggest playoff riser maybe in Denver history, what Jamal Murray showed us in that bubble and what he showed us in basically every playoff run. Massive, coming through massively when the moment was biggest, just kind of flickered out at the end of that Wolves series because he he got a little hampered and he got a little out physical. So, but yeah, I mean, come on, let's go, Jamal Murray.
Second best player in this series is Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my God, who's won?
Post All-Star break is averaging 25 points per game and shooting better than 50% from three, 44% from the field. He's been a world beater post All-Star break. He looks like old Kawhi Leonard. I think the durability issues are still there, particularly in the playoffs where everybody's playing more minutes. It's more intense possession to possession. But he's clearly the second best player, I think, in this series, at least going into it.
I mean, whether or not he has longevity on his side, he certainly doesn't. But he's healthy now. Whether or not he can stay healthy throughout the whole playoff run, we'll see. But he's healthy right now. And yes, he does look quite a bit like old Kawhi Leonard, which makes you nervous. Super rangy, obviously. The wingspan is insane. The hand size. I implore you, if you've never taken the time to notice the size of Kawhi Leonard's hands, it is terrifying when you finally take advantage, when you finally really look at it. And his arms.
Everything about him is big. Pause. But the best player in this series is, of course, Nikola Jokic, who, I mean, here's what I was thinking about the other day. Think about the road that Nikola Jokic could take the Nuggets on to the finals. Goes through Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. Next up, SGA, who's going to win MVP. Next up, either LeBron James and Luka Doncic or Anthony Edwards. And then you get to the finals. This could be the beginning of an all-time epic run for Jokic in terms of just who he has to beat. And honestly, we'll see what he can do because he has pieced together arguably the greatest offensive season of all time. 30-point triple-double average. He's done things this year that I thought there was no way I'd see anybody do, like a 60-point triple-double. He's been unbelievable, and it still feels like the best is yet to come.
I know. It's unbelievable. I mean, we are bearing witness to one of the greatest seasons ever put forth in the NBA. It's been such a treat, but it also hasn't. It's been a difficult slog.
It's been a grind.
Because he hasn't gotten the help he needs from his teammates all the time. Not consistently anyway, but now he does have a full complement of healthy teammates. How did it shake out? We've got three of the Nuggets in the top five, right?
Yes.
You know, that bodes well that the Nuggets have the top of the top five. They have three of the best players. Jokic is just such a ceiling raiser and a floor raiser. He's just a rocket ship, brother. I can't wait to see what he does in this postseason.
I can't wait either. I mean, regardless of how things go, he will have some not since Will stat lines, probably. Doubt. He will have some performances that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
He will do things in this series. I guarantee you. I don't even know what's going to happen. I guarantee you, though, he will do some things this series we've never seen before, and I can't wait to watch it.
Can't wait.